in NBA 2K25. Celebrate in NBA 2K25. Celebrate.
Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. It's the Orlando Magic facing the New York Knicks. So a look at our starters for Orlando. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Wade in at the 2. Here's O'Neal. Goes back up. The rebound by Malone.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Dumars. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep.
Fantastic ball movement that time. Antetokounmpo skilled at taking apart a defense with his passing.
Here's Wade. Outside, Hill. Here's Robertson, and he makes it.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Pippen. Here's Dumars. Three-pointer, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Robertson. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
No mercy shown that time on D by Giannis. Great rejection.
Here's Pippen. Here's Malone. And it's going to be a 3-second call. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Pass to Robertson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Robertson is a do-it-all kind of player, my kind of guy. I mean, he's also somebody you can trust to help facilitate your offense.
Both shots good from the strike.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Pass to Malone. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Takes the 3. O'Neal pulls it in. Here's Hill. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
And again, the Knicks missing. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Wade. That's short off the rim.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself, but the fadeaway.
Here's West. Pass to Malone. Here's Dumars. Fires from deep. He drops it from range. Dumars has got 6.
Dumars fully understands his role in this offense, including what shots to take.
Banchero's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Robertson. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Robertson's gotten his second bucket.
Outstanding up-court vision from Wade that time.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Out left to the wing from 20 feet. And he can't bank that one in.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Outside, Hill. That three's off the mark. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for New York. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Banchero comes with a double team. Malone can't get it to go. On the wing, Wade still without a bucket. Here's Robertson. Pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Here's Pippen over to the wing. We've got 1:48 left in the first. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. New York shooting their first free throw of the night. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Orlando.
Known as being a top-tier rebounder, Malone is a commanding presence on both ends and a very valuable part of this team.
Here's Robertson. 6 points for him. Outside O'Neal. On the wing, Wade. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, how good was that? D-Wade throwing it down.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Chris Paul, he's checked in for New York. And the free throw, no good.
Well, you look at Wade, and he's I think, a natural leader. He sets the bar high for his teammates and uses his own high-energy play to push everybody else to be at their best.
Paul passes to Malone. Here's Ewing. The kick out to Paul. Pass to Baylor. Just 5 on the clock. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time.
And, you know, that goes to his versatility. Baylor with a number of scoring moves in his toolkit.
Here's Wade. From behind the arc. Sinks the tray. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Malone. Here's Ewing. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Magic. Orlando making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Magic leading by 4. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. The rebound by Malone.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Here's Ewing, and he jams it home with authority.
Boy, once he's near the bucket, he's a threat to throw it down because Ewing has such great size.
Outside, Brown. With 1 on the clock. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Magic out in front. And let's get you back to the action as game 2 is getting underway. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for Orlando, we've got Donovan Mitchell. Jaylen Brown is out there with Paolo Banchero. And it's Yao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Outside, Brown. On the clock. Hill for 3, and it's New York with a rebound. Pass to Dumars. Paul with it. Over Mitchell. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Left side Hill. Outside Mitchell. Back to Hill. Brown in the high post. Ooh, great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. New York trailing. Antetokounmpo with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Here's Baylor. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside Paul. Let's go with a three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. New York making a switch here. Pippen's checked in. Towns, he's checked in for Orlando. Wade comes in for Jaylen Brown. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Towns outside. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. They retain possession. Just 3 to shoot. Down low. Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Yes, sir. Paolo Banchero rising up and throwing it down, folks.
Pass to Paul. Jacks up a three. Paul with another miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the middle. Here's Banchero. Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. And he's going for the oop here. Here's Wade. And it's Ewing with a rebound. Knicks trail by 3. Paul passes to Ewing. Here's Dumars. And here's Paul. Antetokounmpo outside. The layup off target. To the paint. Here's Wade. And he drops it in from the low post. Wade's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, for a guy who is listed at 6'4", Wade does an awful lot of damage inside. Uses his strength and leaping ability.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Here's Antetokounmpo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Over Banchero. Shot's good by Antetokounmpo.
You know, Giannis wants to get a few steps closer, but he's worked really hard to make this mid-range shot more consistent.
Pass to Robertson. Count it. Robertson's got 8.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Here's Baylor. Here's Paul. And that one's good.
Exceptional focus from the point guard. Paul is no stranger to having to outwork the defense.
Here's Wade. Pass to Mitchell for 3. From outside, Mitchell is good.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Pippen, pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside Paul. A minute 37 left to play in the half. That shot off.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Releases. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's the pick. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
O'Neal, he's checked in for Orlando. Hill comes in for Mitchell. And it's Paul with the ball for the Knicks. 6-point game. And again, the Knicks missing.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Back to Wade. Here's Robertson. He's guarded by Paul. Pass to O'Neal. Outside, Hill. 6 to shoot. Misses the 3.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Orlando leading by 6. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Wade. Here's Robertson. Give him 8 points now. Oh, there's the alley. Throw it down on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And so it's Orlando, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period, just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
They're not applying enough pressure offensively. Very little presence inside. Too much reliance on long jumpers. You know.
And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, they were able to hold serve in game 1, but they'll need that. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And we're back with more action from the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Here's West. No points so far. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Malone in at the 4-man spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's West. He gets it in there.
And you know, a tough, crafty scorer inside. West showing you he's not just an elite jump shooter.
Here's Robertson. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Robertson's got 10. Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Malone. Antetokounmpo outside. No good on the 3. Antetokounmpo's gone 1 for 3 on the night. And here's Hill. Here's Robertson. Antetokounmpo with the block. To the inside. Dumars misses. Magic leading by 8. Pass to Robertson. Back to Wade. Over Antetokounmpo. Connects on the 17-footer. He's got 9.
Boy, I like how Wade commits to his shots with confidence, even when the defense is trying to give him some trouble.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. And there's a pick. Here's West. Pass to Malone. Here's Ewing. He's covered by O'Neal. Just 5 to shoot. They get it back.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Here's Robertson. 10 points for him. Fades away. Wade misses.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Antetokounmpo against Hill. Here's West. Orlando grabs the miss. O'Neal's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Here's Wade. And it's Ewing with a rebound. Ewing's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Dumars. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Magic leading by 10. Inside. That shot is good by O'Neal. O'Neal's gotten his second bucket of the game.
This is where Shaq does his best work. So dangerous in tight because he's dominant close to the basket.
Here's Ewing. He's covered by O'Neal. Pass to Malone. Here's Dumars. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And the basket by West.
Boy, Jerry West shooting mechanics, flawless. I mean, the way he squares up, elbow tucked in under the ball, the follow through, a very repeatable, efficient motion.
It's rebounded by New York. There's a screen. Here's Malone. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Few better than Giannis completing the play. Incredible strength, plus excellent agility.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. That one misses for Antetokounmpo.
A multiple-time MVP. You know, what's really scary is that Giannis feels like he can keep getting better, and more importantly, he does the work to get better.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And the Knicks making a change here. Here's Pippen. Check by Hill. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
How about the strength of Pippen? Allowed him to get that shot off while still taking the contact.
Mitchell's checked in for Orlando. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:52 left to play in the third. Here's Wade. Antetokounmpo covering. Rebounded by Pippen.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Here's Malone. Pass to Thurman. Here's Pippen. Off target from outside. Magic leading by 7. The 3 from Mitchell. It's hauled in by Thurman.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Here's Pippen. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. On the wing, Mitchell. Antetokounmpo covering. And Robertson gets it to go.
And, you know, for the Big O tonight, doesn't really matter. Inside, outside, well defended or not, he's scoring at will.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Paul from the arc. New York again can't hit.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Here's Wade. It's hauled in by Thurman.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch too.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him, an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
Banchero with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Wade, 2 on the clock. And so it's Orlando closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, we'll get... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for the Magic, Jaylen Brown is out there with Banchero. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position. 6 on the shot clock from deep. Mitchell. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. New York making a switch here. Magic on D. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Shot clock at 6. Pass to West. The 3 is up. Orlando grabs the miss. Wade's got 4 rebounds in the game. Mitchell with the ball. And it's Ewing with a rebound.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Here's West. Screen by Antetokounmpo. There's the triple. West misses. Orlando leading by 7. Shot on the wing. And the shot falls short that time.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Antetokounmpo. Right wing. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. West is gone just 2 of 7 from the floor here. Banchero. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
On the drive, Banchero can be pretty forceful, and he'll need that here in the league.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved, unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Pass to West. From downtown, hits a three-pointer.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Banchero outside. Screen by O'Neal. Banchero surveys. Here's Wade. 4-3. The shot no good.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Here's Baylor. Pass to Pippen. No good there. Great D that time from Banchero. Orlando leading by 6. Outside Mitchell. Giannis Antetokounmpo is checked in for New York. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. It's tipped. Fast break, New York. Here's Pippen. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Scottie Pippen so effective as a two-way player. Rewarded on offense for working hard on defense right there.
Pass to Wade. To the inside. Fast break, New York. Here's Antetokounmpo. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
For Giannis, his length and instincts on defense make him a feared shot blocker.
Here's Robertson. Antetokounmpo covering. Down low. Towns passes to Wade. Looking to get it going. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Magic. Orlando will retain possession here. Timeout, Magic.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
The Knicks making a switch here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach of Orlando was getting across in their huddle. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Antetokounmpo. That misses. Had a chance to tie it.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for him.
O'Neal laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Magic lead by 4.
Big bucket from a big man. Shaq is special.
Hoop poked away. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Pippen. And they get it back. Pass to Dumars. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Launches it. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Shoots inside. Bully ball in the paint from Giannis.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that. The big man has big game and big personality, so he is not afraid of the big moments. He gets it done in crunch time.
Here's Dumars. Here's Ewing. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. First free throw is good. And that shrinks the margin to just 4. And he's unable to get the second one.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Hill against Antetokounmpo. And that's an intentional foul. .44 seconds left in the fourth. Wade, the pass to O'Neal. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Boy, an immovable, unstoppable force around the rim. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a Shaq attack.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. 41 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Pippen. Offline with a 3. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Dumars passes to Pippen. Can't cash it in from close range.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Here's Robertson. The rebound by Malone. And so Orlando takes the win. It might have been just game 2 of the series, but this one felt like a must-win.
I just love the fire they played with tonight. It's the playoffs, and they really brought the energy.
And so this one is in the books. We hope
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. It's the Sacramento Kings taking on the Boston Celtics. So with Drexler sitting on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Rodman. Then it's Paul George, and it's LeBron James, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5 down low. Now here is George. John Havlicek unable to get his shot to go.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Payton passes to Davis. Now Chamberlain back to Davis. Pass to Payton. Davis setting the pick for Payton. Drills the three-pointer.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Leonard. And the three ball is good.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Payton against LeBron. Pass to Doncic. Six on the shot clock. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, an offensive player like Luka expects the contact. He's anticipating it, so it doesn't bother him. That's a big-time finish.
Now, here's Rodman. James outside. Pass to Leonard. Over Havlicek. Off the left rim and out. Doncic with it. Havlicek outside. Chamberlain with a screen on Leonard. Havlicek. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Back to Rodman. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Pass to Rodman. Here's George. Rebounded by the Celtics. They come into this game after losing on Saturday.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
You know, their energy kicked in down the stretch, but too many mistakes overall. Just was not their night.
Here's Chamberlain. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now here's James. Here's Leonard. No Chamberlain with the rebound. Havlicek outside. Davis sets a screen. That doesn't go either for Havlicek.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You got to love the penetration by Paul George. He's really quick on his feet, and the defense cannot handle him right now.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game. Austin making some changes. Wilkins is checked in for Doncic. And it's Stockton in for Payton. And a change for the Kings. Rose, he's checked in for Rodman.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Some changes for Sacramento. Rodman comes in for Rose. And it's Drexler in for Paul George. Stockton outside. Here's Chamberlain. Bank shot. No good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Wembanyama passes to Leonard. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Celtics. Stockton outside. Pass to Havlicek. A minute 50 left here in the first quarter. Chamberlain with a screen on Leonard. And that one's good from Havlicek.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Kings trail by 3. LeBron dishes to Rodman. And Drexler has it in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Leonard inside, covered by Havlicek. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Rodman.
The toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Stockton the pass to Davis. Havlicek against Leonard. Havlicek kicks to Davis. Stockton from outside. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside, Drexler, and Leonard has it in the corner. Rodman outside. No one near James as he lets it go. Off target with his three. Celtics leading by 3. Here's Stockton. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Chamberlain against Wembanyama. In the corner, it's Rodman. LeBron James on the wing. Misses the 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just... And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Doncic out there with Stockton. Then it's Wilkins. Then there's Chamberlain. And it's Gilmore in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. Doncic kicks to Chamberlain. Pass to Stockton. On the wing, Doncic. Chamberlain with a screen on George. And Doncic gets it to go.
There's a savviness innate to Luka Doncic. He has played this game for such a long time. Pick and roll, yeah, that's in my bag.
Rodman with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. No one covering. And it's 6 points for Paul George.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And it's Doncic missing. The Kings trailing. Here's Leonard, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, very difficult to just stop Kawhi inside. He's a powerful player who commits to his attacks.
The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw, no good.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Davis is checked in for Chamberlain. Havlicek comes in for Dominique Wilkins. And it's Payton in for Stockton. And a change for the Kings. James is checked in. That one drops. He ties it up.
Watching Kawhi enter the league as a lockdown defender and now become an all-around champion. Boy, what a career he has had.
Havlicek against Leonard. Outside, Davis. Outside, Payton. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got his 4th rebound in this one. Now, here is George. 6 points for him. Wembanyama passes to LeBron. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Doncic left side. Doncic sticking it from way outside.
Boy, the deep ball from Luka Doncic. This guy does not lack for confidence.
Outside, George. Rodman with a screen on Doncic. And here's Leonard from 3. Gilmore grabs the miss. The Celtics with the lead. On the wing, Payton. James defending. Doncic left side. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. John Stockton, he's checked in for Gary Payton. The Kings also at the sub. Drexler's checked in. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Boston. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Here's Sacramento now. They trail by 1. LeBron kicks to Leonard. Back to James. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. James has got his first 3 points of the game.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Doncic fires from way outside. And another miss by Boston. A 3 from Drexler. And Davis pulls it down. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Doncic passes to Gilmore. Back to Doncic. Doesn't go either for Doncic.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Doncic against Drexler. From the arc. James connects from deep.
You've seen late in LeBron's career much more emphasis on that three-point shot, really extending that range.
Davis with a screen on Leonard. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to 2 as they get the bucket from Havlicek.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Chamberlain's checked in for Boston. Wilkins comes in for Havlicek. Kevin Love's checked in for Sacramento. Pass to Wembanyama. 1:30 left in the first half of the game. Here's LeBron. Chamberlain with the rebound. Here's Boston now. It's Wilkins with the drive. It's slammed in by Wilkins.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
Kings moving the ball around. And here's James outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Chamberlain got 7 rebounds in the game. Wilkins with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Chamberlain a screen. Launches it. Wilkins, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And it's good, 2 points.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Chamberlain in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Leonard. Fader on the way. Count it. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Kings ahead. They're up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And as we
often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were. Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
What an atmosphere in here as we return to the action of the Western Conference Finals. Paul George really making a difference here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
So with Rose on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. Rodman is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Paul George. And it's James in at the point guard position. Boston trailing. Here's Doncic. Over LeBron. And the rejection by James.
That size and length and strength, LeBron, a tough one to try to shoot over.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Kings have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Both free throws good from James.
What's remarkable about LeBron is the complete command of the game. Not only his team, but you'll hear opponents joke about how well he knows their plays.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul. Payton kicks to Davis. Pass to Doncic. Shot clock at 6.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
It's George on the wing. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Puts one up from 19, and it's Leonard missing. Celtics trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They get it again. Doncic outside. And here's Havlicek. 6 points for him. Buries it from 3-point range. Havlicek's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity. Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Wembanyama against Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Wembanyama, no good.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
Payton finds Davis. On the wing, Havlicek. He's covered by Leonard for the lead. Outside for Davis. A second chance effort. Buries the jump shot. Davis has got his first basket.
Yeah, even though Davis can create for himself, you love to see him get set up.
Timeout. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Clyde Drexler's checked in for Paul George. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. James, the pass to Rodman. Wembanyama, a screen on Peyton. Pass to Wembanyama. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Davis with a screen on Leonard. Havlicek, good on the triple. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Drexler outside. Back to James. And they double up James. Leonard inside, covered by Havlicek. And it's Leonard missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And again, it's Boston converting.
A difficult shot for some bigs, but AD making it look easy.
James kicks to Leonard. Drexler against Doncic. Drexler's shot is off.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Havlicek outside. Just fine on the clock. Nice open look, but it's no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
James looking around. No coverage that time. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
Love's check in for the Kings. Artest comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Outside Wilkins. Back to Stockton. Pass to Chamberlain. The rebound by Drexler. The Kings trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Love. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Guys, just pure strength from Kevin Love. The defense just not good enough.
Some changes for Sacramento. Dennis Rodman. He's checked in for Wembanyama. And it's Rose in for James. Outside Wilkins. Havlicek outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And it's Rose with the ball for the Kings. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter, so they take the lead.
Everything in rhythm that time. When Rose is confident with the jumper, he can be so dangerous.
Stockton looking around. Pass to Chamberlain. Back to Havlicek. Good if it goes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Kings ahead. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Boston trailing. They've got Wilkins. Stockton is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Gilmore in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Stockton. Rodman grabs the miss. Rodman's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Drexler.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, just an electricity to what Drexler can do. The leap in ability, the creativity once in air, that's elite level stuff.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Rose against Stockton. Pass to Wilkins. Launches a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Timeout, Sacramento. The Celtics making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Sacramento. LeBron comes in for Rose. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During that last break, I heard what Rick Adelman was telling his team. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And it's Davis missing. The Kings leading. Drexler dishes to Love. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That free throw missing. Havlicek, he's checked in for the Celtics. And he sinks the second.
Well, they should be looking at a three-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Goes up on the wing. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Havlicek's got the game tied up here for the Celtics. Drexler up top. Guarded by Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the first one drops. And the Celtics making a change here. Chamberlain's checked in. And then for Sacramento, Dennis Rodman. He's checked in for Love. Leonard comes in for Ron Artest. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for James.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
A nice shot by Doncic.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
And it's Sacramento's ball. A 2-point game. Outside Leonard. Back to Rose. Sacramento moving it around. Leonard against Havlicek. Wembanyama. A screen on Havlicek.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Stockton passes to Chamberlain. Here's Havlicek. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Now it's a 4-point Boston lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Celtics?
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass.
Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Well, you love the attitude of Derrick Rose. You want to play great defense? No problem. I can still finish.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Gary Payton, he's checked in for Stockton. Then for the Kings, Paul George is checked in for Drexler. And it's LeBron in for Derrick Rose. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. From 20 feet out, Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Leonard finds George. Rodman with a screen on Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Payton with it, picked up by Rodman. Payton passes to Havlicek. Chamberlain with a screen on George. And it's Havlicek missing. The Kings trailing. Leonard dishes to Rodman. Can't hit that one. Some solid defensive work there from Havlicek. Chamberlain a screen. The three for Doncic. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3. That one on George.
This guy's such a tough cover. Doncic generates so much offense in so many ways.
And he nails the third.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
On the wing, James. Defended by Payton. Leonard against Havlicek. Leonard, no luck.
and typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Havlicek. Davis with a screen on Leonard. Havlicek. A three-pointer off the mark. The Kings trail by 5. Looking to end his course. Oh, Leonard with authority.
Showing no hesitation, and in a huge moment, Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the fourth. Stolen by Rodman. And up the court come the Kings on the break. George, no good. Celtics leading by 3. Davis, the pass to Doncic. Chamberlain with a screen on Rodman. The 3 for Doncic. It's hauled in by LeBron.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Rodman. 6 to shoot. Pass to Wembanyama. From deep, James. Rebound, Boston. And an intentional foul right there. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Timeout, Sacramento. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And what's their best move at this point?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Here's James. From outside the arc. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. And the shot goes down. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstated.